After a long stretch of work, my wife and I finally took a break and we knew exactly where we wanted to go. We hit the road from Kuala Lumpur and headed to Mersing, a small coastal town on the east coast of Johor. It took us nearly 6 hours to get there, including a quick coffee stop in Pulau. But honestly, the journey was half the fun. With views like this, the drive felt more like a slow, beautiful transition from city life to something quieter. And this is where our East Coast adventure begins. Alright, now we just arrived at Mersing, and first things first is we gotta look for a place to eat because I am super hungry. So in some of my research, I came across this cafe called Cafe 805. Apparently they sell a delicious nasi ayam hat yai. Let's go and check it out. Chicken is juicy and tender. Let me try the rice. Chicken's very flavorful and juicy, but you know the rice is kind of lacking a bit of flavor. And there's a sontam, but I'm going to leave this to my wife to try.
Let's try a little bit of food. Nice. Let's try the salt. It's spicy, soury as usual. I think it's well made. Yep, it's good.
Had a very late lunch here at Cafe 805. Overall, my review is that can be better. Fried chicken was good. Okay, that's the first thing. Almost gave us a feeling of hat yai. But I think they could have improved in terms of the rice and the somtam. Maybe try to scale down a bit on the spicy level. Okay, now we just arrived at the hotel. Just to let you guys know that we are putting up 2 nights here in Mersing town. And a big reason is because tomorrow morning I intend to hike Gunung Arung, apparently the tallest mountain that is located in Mersing. That's the reason why we're going to put up an extra night in this town, and only then we will be departing to the nearby island, which of course we will explain a lot more about it later. Okay, now we have loaded our stuff into the room, and just to let you guys know, this room is pretty simple. It's just have all the basic function that we require for our 2-night stay here in Mersing. Usually people book this hotel mainly to put up a night before heading over to the island. And the other main factor is that because here you can actually park your car for like 10 ringgit per day and it's safe. Just to give you guys a glimpse, this is it. There's only 2 queen size bed.
They do have, like, let's say you come in a bigger group, they have triple rooms, they have family rooms, that kind of thing.
Just a small, simple TV, simple desk.
Oh, there's TV. Wow.
Hair dryer.
Yeah, I think the basic amenities is here.
Let's check out the bathroom. Sink, toilet, shower. And what do we have here?
I don't know.
Just a backyard. Okay.
Most importantly, it has to be clean, definitely. Despite it's small or simple, as long as it's clean, we are more than happy.
So I'm currently right now in the town center of Mersing, if that's really what they call it here. And you see behind me here, there's actually a seafood restaurant. And I've done some research on the review, and it seems like this is quite a very good place. Me and my wife are here today, and we are going to have a good seafood feast. So we'll tell you more about it, but let's go in first. We went with 3 dishes, which is sizzling Japanese tofu with egg, deep fried squid, and a steamed fish done in Teochew style. The tofu was silky and comforting, the squid was crisp and well seasoned, but the real highlight was the fish. You could tell it was a freshly caught, the kind of natural sweetness that only comes from the sea. Honestly, that fish alone made the meal memorable. But fair warning, while everything tasted great, the price was a little on the higher side. Alright, so we're inside the car, and one of the benefits of staying at this hotel in Mersing is that 1, they provide you free transport to the jetty. 2, if you're driving to Mersing, you can actually park your car here for a cost of 10 ringgit per night. So,
which is cheaper than parking at the jetty and definitely safer though.
Yep. So yeah. So it's goodbye MG Hotel. Now on our way to the jetty. See you there. The next morning we were off to Pulau Besar, one of the beautiful islands just off the coast of Mersing. We got to the jetty early, checked in into the hotel counter, and were told the boat would leave at 12 p.m. So, with a bit of time to spare, we wandered around Plaza di Jeti and the Mersing Harbour Centre. Great spots for some last-minute shopping, grabbing extra supplies before heading out. And you just might find something useful in case you forget to pack. Okay, now sadly there's been a bit of delay. Not sure why, but nevertheless it's almost 1 p.m. now and the boat has finally arrived. So hopefully we'll get to the island before 1:30 p.m. So this is the jetty whereby we will board the boat towards Pulau Besar. And of course it's also the same jetty where people board even to go to the other island as well. Shortly after boarding, we began our journey to Pulau Besar. The weather couldn't have been better. Sunny skies and calm seas, at least at first. The ride was a little bit bumpy in parts, but nothing too crazy, just enough to keep things interesting. As we sailed on, we were treated to views of clear skies, sparkling turquoise water, and even a few other islands along the way. Closer to the island, the water turned crystal clear and Pulau Besar slowly came into view. It was just beautiful. All in all, the ride took less than 30 minutes, and just like that, we were in paradise. So, we're at the jetty at Pulau Besar, Bayu, Lestari Resort. Very sporting, auntie. Look at that, man. Look at that. Okay, we got some great news. We are allowing to check into our room. So now, fingers crossed, we got a good room. So let's go in and check it out then. So we are inside the room, and of course, let's give you guys a brief tour. First thing you're gonna see is this. I suppose it's a queen size bed. Look at what they've done for us. They've done a decoration because this is our anniversary. And surprisingly, we also have 1 and 2 extra bed. I suppose this is for the daytime bed, you know, when you go out, whatever activities you've done, you can come back, you can just, you know, crash on it if you don't intend to shower. Just a couple of sofa, and let's go to the washroom then. Here we go. Quite a very spacious bathroom, toilet, sink, shower, and then over here, well, just a simple, very basic cupboard. So, and we go out.
Let me show you outdoor, a little bit of space. So generally they have some seating here, and I think the best is they have a shower, because after you go to the beach, you're sandy and all, you can wash off yourself before entering the room. Generally, I feel the prices here is not too expensive, but it's not too cheap as well. So a lot of maintenance work need to be done because this is not a new resort. Yeah, but as long as it's clean, we are happy.
Okay, we had a short nap, and now it's about 4 something in the evening. So we're going to explore the other parts of the island. And to do that, we're going to try to see if there's a bicycle available so that we can cycle around. We got ourselves a couple of bicycles, except one big problem is that in mine, the brake doesn't seem to work. So I'm going to rely on my feet to do the stopping as and when requires. Trying to get some rhythm, you know, because it's been a long time since we did proper cycling. Okay, hold on a second. Let's make way for this. Let's make way for this motor bicycle. Hello, hello.
Kalau you orang nak ambil gambar cantik, terus pergi sampai hujung.
Sampai hujung ah?
Lepas coconut, you macam ada nampak ini laut punya.
Okay.
Dia saja. Terus pergi.
Okay, kita pergi sana. Okay, terima kasih.
Ada burger kedai, ada kedai lunji.
Oh, okay, alright.
Since I cycle. A little bit rusty, but again there's a saying that you will never forget how to cycle.
Yep.
Here we go.
Yep. And bear in mind the bicycle is not in the best condition, so
Wow, but what a gorgeous view, man.
yep, look at this. The entire bicycle ride was very peaceful, but honestly, there wasn't much waiting for us at the other end of the island, just a few beach chalets and a sleepy kampung. Thanks to the local guide advice, we made a pit stop at a small stall, and let me tell you, that Ramly burger hit the spot. Simple, juicy and delicious, and of course we also had 2 cold drinks, which was our lifesaver. As for the price, well, let's just say it wasn't your usual roadside burger price. So one beef burger will cost you about 5 ringgit, and we also had a can of Coke, which is about 4 ringgit. So it's an island price, so it's understandable. But I think the burger wasn't too expensive. It's just comforting food. After wrapping up our little cycling adventure, we headed back to the hotel, but not before making one last stop. We came back to the jetty because it's hands down the best spot to catch the sunset. The sun was a little shy today, peeking out from behind the clouds, but even then, the view still took our breath away. It's one of those simple moments where everything just slows down. Just like that, it was dinner time. Dinner on the island is a little different. Since it was low season, we were told meals had to be pre-booked in advance. Luckily, the staff were kind enough to sort something out for us. And what we got was simple but seriously satisfying nasi goreng kampung topped with crispy fried chicken and a fried egg. And the best part, it was just 15 ringgit per person, very reasonable in my opinion. Next morning, we were up early for breakfast, and let's just say it was quite something. Alright, so what's for breakfast? We have 2 packets of nasi lemak rice. That's your sambal. We have fried chickens, eggs and cucumber, and miun goreng, and for my wife, delicious porridge. Seems like they read your mind. They'll know what you like. Nothing like starting the day with a good meal that is scrumptious and filling. After breakfast, it was time for the main event of the day, island hoppings to 3 different islands around the east coast of Johor. This part of the trip is all for my wife, since she's the swimmer and the snorkeler, the real island explorer. We'll break down each of the islands we visited a bit later in the video, but trust me, if you love the ocean, this is where it gets good. Okay, we just arrived now at Pulau, which is the first of 3 islands in our island hopping. And still show you guys. My wife is somewhere with those group over there having a good time. Must be very fun. To give you guys some look of the island. Apparently no one is living on this island, but there is a small house that has been rented by a Singaporean family that comes 3 to 4 times a year. Okay, we just arrived at our second island. This is called Pulau. So practically here, this is kind of like my place because here we will stop by next to the beach area. So, you know, I can just walk around. Yeah, do some other things as well. Now, it's my turn to go into the water then. The moment we arrived at Pulau Tengah, the water was practically inviting us in. It was so crystal clear, and the sunlight piercing through lit up the sand and rocks beneath, revealing these colourful, stunning patterns underfoot. With the tide slightly above our knees, it was a perfect chance to enjoy the water on my own terms. It was so calm and peaceful. Unfortunately, not everything was picture perfect. Due to recent weather, quite a bit of rubbish have drifted in from elsewhere and ended up on the shore. It's a reminder of how fragile these places are and how important it is to protect them. Still, Pulau Tengah was a beautiful second stop and a great way to ease into the day's adventure. It's actually Pulau Besar at the other opposite end of the island. We're staying somewhere on the other side of it. So the boat brings us to this side of the island. And right over there, everybody's having fun as usual. Obviously, I'm on the boat because this is just not for me. So we are at a new location in Pulau Besar. This is called Teluk Limau, and the reason why we had to come here is because earlier when those of us were swimming, they were attacked by jellyfish, but it turns out to be sea bugs. Hence why we had to get away from there and look for another spot for them to go and do snorkeling. Looks like here the water seems to be perfectly fine, all good. The whole island hopping trip took about 3 hours and we made it back just before noon, right as the sun was starting to show its full strength. Perfect timing. Any later and we'd be roasted. Back at the resort, we couldn't resist to take a quick dip. That turquoise coloured water was just too tempting to ignore. Nothing fancy, just a refreshing dip right in front of our room, and honestly, it was the perfect way to cool off. After that, we grabbed a quick lunch, took the rest of the afternoon to recharge. No plans, just rest and a whole lot of doing nothing. Later in the evening, we decided to take it slow, just a simple stroll at the jetty. The weather couldn't have been better. Clear sky, sunny, breezy, everything felt just right. We were just chilling, soaking up the moment. No rush, no noise, just the two of us and a view that's hard to describe. And then, as if it's on cue, the sky put on a show. A burst of colors and clouds that felt like a perfect summary of this entire trip. Moments like this are why we travel, to feel small, present and grateful. And with that, it was time for dinner. Okay, as I mentioned yesterday, you need to pre-order your meal in advance. So what we've decided today for our last night here, that we will have our meal at the restaurant itself. So it costs us like 55 ringgit per pax. Look at what they've given to us. You know, we have fried omelette, sweet sour fish, chili api chicken, stir-fried bean sprout, soup, and of course a few slices of fresh orange.
Now I'm gonna sample the food. So let's start with the chicken soup. Too good. Okay, now let's sample the sauce of the fish. And now the chicken. So good. So the others, I think the veggie, the fried omelette, I think it's gonna be a standard one. So the cost per head is 55 ringgit. But generally, I think it's not too pricey because other island will easily cost you like 80, 90 ringgit.
It's our last day here in Pulau Besar, and of course, time for us to say goodbye. All I can say is that this whole trip has been very memorable. So yeah, now our boat is waiting in front. Bye! Okay everyone, we'll see you guys at the mainland. Hotel. As I mentioned to you, one of the best service that this hotel provides is a transport from the hotel all the way to the jetty and back. As soon as you arrive at the jetty from the island, give the hotel a call, they'll come and pick you up. So that's about it in this video of ours at Mersing in Pulau Besar. We hope you enjoy it. Please do subscribe, do comment, click on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on all the videos. Click like and share to as many friends as possible, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Goodbye.